Everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Right now in 2026, artificial intelligence is moving so incredibly fast, right? Literally every single week we're seeing a new model, some massive update, or a shiny new tool that promises to totally revolutionize how we work. Honestly, it's incredibly noisy out there. You kind of don't even know where to start. But today, we're going to cut right through all that overwhelming 2026 AI noise to find the actual tools you need to get things done.
So let's dive right into this by asking the big question that, everyone is thinking right now: which AI is actually winning in 2026? We're going to break down the heavyweights, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity, and the massive rise of AI agents. But I want to set up a core premise for you right off the bat. That idea that there's just one single magic app that does absolutely everything, that's completely over. We really need to look at what makes each of these tools totally different and figure out which one is actually going to give you the most bang for your buck based on what you do every day.
Here is our roadmap for this explainer. First up, the 2026 AI shift. Then we'll look at ChatGPT versus Claude. Third, Gemini and Perplexity. Fourth, the AI agent revolution. And finally, building your AI stack. Let's get into it.
All right, Section 1, the 2026 AI shift, instrument to partner. We used to think about AI entirely as an instrument. Think about it. You type something in, it replies. Boom! Just a simple, blunt tool. But the new reality we're living in, it's all about AI as a partner. We are fundamentally moving from AI being a basic answering machine to this active, truly collaborative teammate. And you can see this happening literally right now in fields like medicine, where AI is actively stepping in to help close gaps in patient care. You see it in software development too, where it doesn't just check your code syntax anymore, it actually understands the entire context behind your massive project. And over in scientific research, AI is basically acting like a genuine lab assistant, actually suggesting new experiments instead of just, summarizing old papers for you. So the competition isn't about who has the smartest chatbot anymore. It's absolutely about who can build the best AI partner.
Moving on to Section 2, ChatGPT versus Claude, the heavyweight bout. Okay, let's start with the big one, ChatGPT. It really is still the default all-in-one AI for most people. As of 2026, it remains the absolute most widely used AI application on the planet when you look at monthly active users. And it makes sense, right? It acts as this ultimate, super flexible starting point for general users, students, content creators, basically anyone. And why is that? Because it packs everything: writing, coding, research, summarizing, even creative brainstorming, all inside that one super familiar interface we all know. Plus, it still has a genuinely strong free plan alongside the paid tiers. For the vast majority of people, this is the brand that started the whole revolution, and it remains a massively capable starting point.
But here is the crucial point. We really have to compare ChatGPT's massive, broad consumer appeal against what Claude brings to the table. When you look at them side by side, Claude has some truly unique strengths: structural nuance, its ability to handle incredibly long documents, and, this is a big one, achieving a genuinely human tone. Claude, which is built by Anthropic, has quietly built this massive reputation specifically among writers, editors, and heavy-duty researchers. If your daily work involves analyzing, say, a huge 50-page report, or you need to produce highly nuanced writing that absolutely does not sound like generic AI, Claude has definitely become the go-to choice for professionals. While ChatGPT has all those flashy consumer features and a massive plugin ecosystem, Claude really excels at that careful, thoughtful output. It truly feels like it understands the why behind your requests.
Next up, Section 3, Gemini and Perplexity, deep dive workflows. Let's take a look at Google's Gemini first. And I want you to notice its core strength right off the bat: Google Workspace integration. Look, if you basically live your life inside Gmail, Google Docs, Sheets, or Meet, Gemini is your absolutely natural teammate because it's built right into the apps you're already using all day. No switching tabs. Plus, it boasts these incredibly strong multimodal abilities. And by that, I mean it doesn't just read text. It can seamlessly process massive video and audio files, which makes it totally fantastic for complex, agentic browsing and deep multimedia research.
Now, on the flip side of that, we have Perplexity. And I love this one because it isn't even trying to be everything for everyone. Instead, it is a fiercely dedicated AI search assistant. It actually searches the web in real time and provides source-backed citations. It doesn't just hallucinate or generate answers from its training memory, it shows you exactly, link for link, where that information came from. This tool was built specifically for the researchers, the journalists, and the students out there who absolutely demand verified facts and real-time statistics over just a general do-anything chatbot.
And their specialized features just wild. Look at this. Their deep research mode can dig into a topic for 10 to 15 minutes and return a genuinely thorough report. Think about that for a second. It literally acts like a real-life lab assistant, going away and compiling a comprehensive, fully fact-checked document for you while you do something else. If you need absolute truth and credible sources, I'm telling you, this mode is a total game changer for your workflow. All right, moving right along to Section 4, the AI agent revolution, passive to active.
So you're probably hearing this term a lot lately, but what exactly is an AI agent? Simply put, it's a tool that takes autonomous actions, like writing a piece of code, opening up files on your computer, or even completing complex multi-step tasks, all while you just sit back and supervise. Honestly, the line between a passive assistant and a truly autonomous agent has basically disappeared in the top-tier products this year. Instead of just passively answering your questions, an AI agent actively takes actions entirely on its own, and that is fundamentally changing the entire dynamic of how actual work gets done. When you compare the two approaches, you have the traditional AI assistant on one hand. It answers questions and then it just sits there, waiting patiently for your next prompt. But on the other hand, you have the autonomous agent. It actually takes action and can run tasks in parallel. A great example is a tool like Cursor, which actually allows developers to run multiple AI agents all at once. They can work across entirely different environments and literally automatically open code pull requests once a task is finished. And over on the enterprise side, you have tools like Microsoft's Agent 365, managing these autonomous workflows super securely for massive companies. Why does this matter for you? Well, because even if you aren't a software developer, this capability is coming to everyday apps fast. Expect tools that don't just answer you, they actually act for you. Which brings us to our final section. Section 5. Building your AI stack, match tool to task.
I highly recommend pausing and taking a screenshot right here because this is an incredibly useful way to match your specific daily profile to a killer combination of specialized AI tools. The honest truth about 2026 is that the absolute smartest approach isn't finding one perfect app, it's curating a stack. If you look at the breakdown, if you're a writer, your recommended stack is Claude for that nuanced heavy lifting, plus ChatGPT for flexible quick research. What if you're a coder? Well, you want to start with an AI-native tool like Cursor, and maybe add Claude for those deeper, complex debugging conversations. Are you a researcher? You absolutely need Perplexity for verified facts, but maybe combine it with Gemini to chew through massively long documents. If your whole work life is inside Google, Gemini is your obvious natural first choice. Microsoft users, Copilot is definitely your pick. The pattern here is crystal clear, folks. You have to match the tool to the specific task, not just follow the hype.
So, here is your real-world, actionable takeaway to implement today. Step 1, actually identify your primary daily tasks. What is it you spend your time doing all day? Step 2, pick 2 or maybe 3 match tools from the stack matrix we just looked at. And step 3, test them out in your actual workflow for 1 full week. Seriously, your goal isn't to just download a bunch of apps and forget them. Spend a dedicated week testing your custom stack to see exactly how much time it literally saves you when these tools are actually collaborating with you. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a somewhat provocative question to chew on. What does your AI stack look like today? In a world that is rapidly, and I mean rapidly, moving from simple chatbots to autonomous, highly collaborative agents, how you plan to curate your multi-agent future is absolutely going to define your productivity going forward. The tools are out there, right now, just waiting to be your partners. So challenge yourself to rethink your entire toolkit this week. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.